Hey guys, welcome back to Cars IQX. Today I've got something super exciting for you, the kind of news that makes every car enthusiast's heart race. You already know Dodge doesn't play when it comes to muscle cars. They're bold, loud, unapologetic, and now they're stepping into the future in a way that's got everyone talking. The brand new Dodge Charger is here, but not just one Charger. Oh no, Dodge is bringing us two different personalities in one lineup. On one side, we've got the futuristic all-electric Charger Daytona EV. On the other, we've got the return of raw internal combustion power with the Charger 6-pack powered by Dodge's new Hurricane inline-6 engine. Now before we dive in, let me ask you a quick quiz question to warm up. What year did the very first Dodge Charger debut? Was it A, 1966, B, 1970, or C, 1984? Think about it. Don't Google it yet. I'll reveal the answer in a bit. When you see this new Charger, you immediately know it's a Charger. It's got that long hood, muscular stance, and wide body. But it's not just nostalgia. Dodge has managed to take those retro cues and reimagine them for the modern era. The Charger Daytona EV keeps the fastback roofline and slab sides that scream classic muscle, but adds futuristic touches like the R-wing up front, a clever design that allows air to flow underneath, boosting aerodynamics while still keeping that aggressive look. And then there's that full glass roof. Imagine driving under the night sky with that overhead view. Dodge is also giving us options in terms of body styles. Two-door coupes are arriving first, but four-door versions are coming later. That means whether you're into sleek, sporty vibes or need practicality for everyday life, Dodge has you covered. Now let's talk about the real heartbeat of these cars, performance. On the EV side, the Daytona RT puts out about 496 horsepower with a range of around 317 miles. That's pretty solid for an electric muscle car. Then there's the Scat Pack, which cranks things up to a crazy 670 horsepower. Range drops a bit to about 260 miles, but come on, 670 horses? That's insane. And because Dodge knows silence just doesn't feel right in a muscle car, they built something called the Fratsonic chambered exhaust. It's basically a sound system that creates a deep roaring exhaust note, even though it's electric. And the cool part, it's loud. Like, Dodge claims it can hit up to 126 decibels, about as loud as a jet engine. Now let me throw a fun question at you. If you had the choice, would you prefer your EV to sound like a muscle car? Or would you keep it silent and futuristic? Drop your answer in the comments, I'm super curious. But wait, Dodge didn't forget about the purists. Enter the Charger 6-pack. Instead of a V8, Dodge is going with a 3.0-liter twin-turbo Hurricane inline-6. The RT version gets 420 horsepower, while the high-output Scat Pack rockets up to 550 horsepower. 0 to 60, around 3.9 seconds for the Scat Pack, top speed about 177 miles per hour, and yes, it's all-wheel drive. But Dodge knows you want to drift, so there's a feature that can disconnect the front axle so you can roast those rear tires. Here's another quiz for my car history fans. Which Dodge model first introduced the Scat Pack name? Was it A, the 1968 Charger, B, the 1969 Coronet, or C, the 1970 Challenger? Think carefully, that one trips a lot of people up. Step inside and things get even better. The Charger's interior is a big leap forward. Behind the wheel, you'll find a 3-inch central touchscreen powered by Uconnect 5, paired with a fully digital instrument cluster. The layout feels driver-focused but still modern, with customizable displays depending on whether you're driving calm, sporty, or going all out. Materials? You've got options ranging from leather to suede to carbon fiber accents in the higher trims. And if you go for the Scat Pack, paddle shifters, performance seats, and sporty details really make it feel special. But here's something fun. Dodge made sure the back seat is more spacious than before. So yes, this is a muscle car you can actually take your friends in without crushing their knees. Quick quiz to keep you awake. Dodge once built a Charger model specifically for NASCAR. Do you know which one it was? Hint, it had a massive rear wing and a nose cone for aerodynamics. Think about it, I'll reveal the answer shortly. Okay, let's get down to numbers because we all want to know, how much does all this muscle cost? The Daytona EV is expected to start around the $60,000 range. With incentives like federal tax credits, you might bring that down a bit, depending on where you live. The Charger 6-pack is a bit cheaper. The RT starts at about $51.90, while the Scat Pack kicks off at around $56,990 for the two-door versions. Four-door trims will arrive later in 2026 and might cost a little more. Now let me ask you guys, if you had around $60K to spend, would you go for the EV version with crazy horsepower and instant torque? Or stick with the Hurricane 6-pack for that raw combustion thrill? Comment below, I want to see which side wins. This is where it gets emotional. The Dodge Charger has always been more than just a car, it's a cultural icon. From its NASCAR dominance to its starring roles in movies, the Charger is in every gearhead's DNA, but Dodge had to evolve. With emissions regulations and changing customer demands, keeping a giant Hemi V8 alive forever just wasn't realistic. So instead of killing the Charger outright, Dodge reinvented it. And honestly, they nailed it. The new Charger feels like a spiritual successor to the classic muscle, but with enough modern touches to stay relevant in the EV era. Now let me check if you were paying attention. Earlier I asked what year the first Charger came out. The correct answer was 1966. If you got that right, props to you, you're a true car fan. And the Fast and Furious car? That was the 1970 Charger RT, Dom Toretto's Black Beast, the Scat Pack origin. That came in 1968 as part of Dodge's performance lineup. And the NASCAR special with the wing and nose cone? Yep, the legendary 1969 Charger Daytona. How many of those did you get right? Drop your score in the comments. I love seeing how many true muscle car fans we have here at Cars IQX. So what do we have here? A Charger lineup that's more versatile than ever. You've got the Daytona EV, loud, fast, futuristic, and ready to prove electric muscle is real. The six-pack, a twin-turbo, combustion-powered beast that keeps the old-school vibe alive. And both two-door and four-door versions on the way, so there's literally something for everyone. Dodge didn't just bring back the Charger, they future-proofed it while keeping its soul intact. And honestly, whether you're Team EV or Team Gas, this is a win for car culture. Now before you go, here's one last challenge. If Dodge called you today and said, pick one, Daytona EV Scat Pack or six-pack Scat Pack, which one are you driving home? Let me know in the comments and I'll be reading through them to see where our Cars IQX family stands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Dodge Charger's future, make sure to hit that like button, share this with your fellow gearheads, and of course, subscribe to Cars IQX so you don't miss out on more exciting car reviews, news, and automotive quizzes. Trust me, we've got some crazy content lined up and you don't want to miss it. Until next time, keep the passion alive, keep those engines roaring, and I'll see you in the next video.